evening and a very warm welcome to the news on Sansad TV. I'm Isha. It's the show where we scan the top national and international developments of the day. So let's begin right away with the headlines. Rajiv Borphukan's life inspires us to live the mantra of nation first, says Prime Minister Modi, asserts that history of India is not about slavery but about emerging victorious. Union Home Minister Amit Shah holds rallies in seats bound for the first phase of polls in Gujarat. Congress and other parties also intensify campaigning in the state. Campaigning peaks for Delhi MCT elections. BJP releases Sankalp Patra, promises steps on protection of environment. Nepal's ruling coalition inches towards majority. Nepali Congress emerges single largest party, winning 67 of the 124 seats in the results declared so far. And Iran beat 10-man Wales 2-0 to stay alive in Group B match of the FIFA World Cup. Meanwhile, New Zealand beat Team India by 7 wickets in the first ODI match. A quick look now at some more important news in our Flash News segment. Prime Minister Modi to take part in Constitution Day celebrations at the Supreme Court to launch new initiatives under the E-Court project. India and Gulf Cooperation Council to resume free trade negotiations. Both sides agree to expedite conclusion of legal and technical requirements. Kerala High Court stays Sessions Court order dropping culpable homicide charges against IS officer Sriram Venkataraman. Supreme Court dismisses NIA petition challenging Bombay High Court's order, granting bail to Anand Teltumre in the Elgar Parishad case. Udaipur gears up to host the first G20 Sherpa meeting in India from the 4th to 7th of December, meeting aimed at fostering growth amongst the G20 nations. In the wake of the gruesome killing of Shraddha Walkar, Union Women and Child Development Minister Smriti Irani calls for discussion on violence against women by intimate partners. Union Minister Giriraj Singh says violence against women should not be seen through the prism of religion. UAE amends travel guidelines. People with just their name on their passport can now travel to the country. Earlier guidelines mandated passengers entering the country to fill in their full names on their passports. Centre releases 17,000 crore rupees balance GST compensation to states and union territories. And massive labour protests reported at Foxconn's Zhengzhou factory against China's zero COVID policy. Our top story. The government has convened an all-party meeting on the 6th of December ahead of the winter session of Parliament. In the meeting, the centre will seek cooperation from all political parties for the smooth functioning of both the Houses of Parliament during the session. The winter session will start from the 7th of December and conclude on the 29th of December. The session will have 17 sittings spread over a period of 23 days. Now, Prime Minister Modi said that the history of the country is not the story of slavery, but the story of valour, sacrifices and heroism. The Prime Minister said that the wrongly written history should have been changed after independence, but unfortunately, that did not happen. He added that the nation is now rectifying the errors made after the end of British rule. Addressing the closing ceremony of the 400th birth anniversary celebration of Rajiv Borphukan in New Delhi, the Prime Minister said that he taught us patriotism through his works. He said that Rajiv Borphukan was a great warrior of the country. He highlighted that under his command, the Ahom dynasty defeated the Mughals and reoccupied Guwahati from Aurangzeb.
हमें सदियों से ये बताने की कोशिश की गई कि हम हमेशा लूटने, पीटने वाले, हारने वाले लोग रहे हैं। भारत का इतिहास सिर्फ गुलामी का इतिहास नहीं है, भारत का इतिहास योद्धाओं का इतिहास है, विजय का इतिहास है। भारत का इतिहास अत्याचारियों के विरुद्ध अभूतपूर्व शौर्य और पराक्रम दिखाने का इतिहास है। भारत का इतिहास जय का है, भारत का इतिहास जंग का है, भारत का इतिहास त्याग का है, तप का है, भारत का इतिहास वीरता का है, बलिदान का है, महान परंपरा का है। लेकिन दुर्भाग्य से हमें आजादी के बाद भी वही इतिहास पढ़ाया जाता रहा जो गुलामी के कालखंड में साजिशन रचा गया था।
Now, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has called upon nations to jointly tackle the challenges posed by climate change, COVID pandemic and widespread deprivation. He said that all the nations should take collective steps to tackle these challenges without being distracted by wars and conflicts. He was addressing the Indo-Pacific Regional Dialogue 2022 in New Delhi. He stressed on elevating the paradigm of collective security to a level of shared interests and shared security. He also said that the Indo-Pacific region remains important for the economic development of the global community.
The Indo-Pacific region remains important for the economic development of not only the regional but also the wider global community. Centuries-old lanes crisscrossing the region have helped enhance trade. They have also functioned as arterial connections to bring about a fusion of cultures and ideas. It is these very waters that carried the message of peace, enlightenment, hope and well-being centuries ago. Today, we may speak different languages, but there remains a deeper connect that allows us to share a common message of unity across the Indo-Pacific region.
And time now to look at the latest from the poll-bound state of Gujarat. Home Minister Amit Shah addressed public meetings at Mahura, Jalod, Waghara and Naroda on Friday. Targeting the Congress in his speeches, he said that the party had ruled to divide the people. He asserted that Gujarat witnessed instability during the Congress rule. He also criticized the Congress party for its corruption, scams and vote bank politics. Let's listen in.
મોટા થઈ વડાપ્રધાન બન્યા એ ગરીબોની ચિંતા બરોબર સમજે છે ભાઈ, બરોબર સમજે છે. 2.5 વર્ષ સુધી દેશના 80 કરોડ ગરીબોને પ્રતિ વ્યક્તિ દરેક વ્યક્તિને દરેક મહિને 5 કિલો મફત અનાજ આપવાનું કામ કર્યું અને 80 કરોડ ગરીબોનો ઘરનો ચૂલો સળગતો રાખવાનું કામ આપણા નરેન્દ્રભાઈએ કર્યું.
Amit Shah also took part in a roadshow in Nandol in Gujarat. Moving on to Delhi now, where the BJP released its Sankalp Patra or manifesto on Friday for the Delhi MCD elections. Union Minister Piyush Goyal, Delhi BJP in charge Baijan Panda, Delhi BJP President Adesh Gupta, Delhi MPs Ramesh Biduri, Harshvardhan, Hans Raj Hans and Pravesh Verma were present on the occasion. The party has pledged to provide 5 rupee meals for the needy, introduce smart schools and provide free cycles to meritorious girl students of class 5. The party has also promised to release information about the MCD on its app within 100 days after being elected.
स्कूलों के अपग्रेडेशन में प्रॉमिस किया गया था, वो देखने को तो मिलता नहीं है. 2-4 स्कूल को एक मॉडल बना के सैकड़ों करोड़ रुपए जो दिल्ली के बजट से गए हैं उसका आज तक कोई खुलासा नहीं हुआ है. मोहल्ला क्लिनिक के बड़े बड़े वादे किए गए थे, कहाँ हैं वो मोहल्ला क्लिनिक, कितने हैं, क्या व्यय हो रहा है, क्या खर्चा हो रहा है, उसका कोई अकाउंटेबिलिटी आम आदमी पार्टी की रही नहीं है। मैं समझता हूं जो उनके दायित्व था कि मिल के केंद्र सरकार और कॉरपोरेशन के साथ दिल्ली की जनता की सेवा करें, दिल्ली में झुग्गी झोपड़ियों का पुनर्वास करें, दिल्ली में झुग्गी झोपड़ियों में आम सुविधाएं पहुंचाएं, उन सभी चीजों में आम आदमी पार्टी पूरी तरीके से फेल हुई है।
Now, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi on Friday underlined the significance of the Constitution in ensuring fundamental rights. He said that one person's fundamental duty ensures another person's fundamental right. The Union Minister was inaugurating the 2 advanced portals dedicated to the digital celebration of Constitution Day on the 26th of November. The first portal relates to the preamble of the Constitution, and the second is related to an online quiz competition prepared by the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs. Moving on now, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar attended the concluding session of the UNESCO India Africa Hackathon at Gautam Budh University in Uttar Pradesh. Addressing the session, the Vice President said that hackathons provide a wonderful platform for young innovators. He said that at such events, the youth get a chance to come together and work together to find solutions to social, environmental and technological problems. Let's listen in.
Is on the rise as never before. Rise of this great country is unstoppable. Only a few months back, we had the distinction of being the 5th largest economy in the world, overreaching our colonial rulers. We shall be the 3rd largest economy by turn of the decade. And therefore, these kind of interactions and deliberations have come at a very right time because India is home to startups. It is crucible of innovation.
Now, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla attended the 175th Foundation Day of IIT Roorkee on Friday. He released the coffee table book of IIT Roorkee on the occasion. The Lok Sabha Speaker said that all the IITs of India are playing a leading role in resolving global challenges like other prestigious educational institutions of the world. The Lok Sabha Speaker said that the institution continues to be in the forefront of the pursuit of research. He also released a commemorative coin. A drone show titled Journey from Sky to IIT Roorkee was held on the occasion.
आप सबका एक बहुत लंबा अनुभव है, मैं भी कुछ देशों में गया हूं और किस तरीके से वहां के देश के विश्वविद्यालयों के अंदर वहां के पुराने पढ़ने वाले विद्यार्थी एलुमिनी आज भी उन विश्वविद्यालयों से जुड़े रहते हैं और उस विश्वविद्यालयों के विकास में अपना योगदान, अपना समर्पण, अपनी सेवाएं, जो कुछ भी धन कमाया उसमें अपना योगदान आज भी देते रहते हैं। इसी परंपरा को आपने आगे बढ़ाया है, इसके लिए मैं आपको विशेष रूप से धन्यवाद देता हूं।
And a look now at some more news from across the nation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi remains the world's most popular leader with an approval rating of 77%. This was revealed in a global leader approval ratings released by a US-based consulting firm, Morning Consult. Mexico President is at the 2nd position, followed by the Prime Minister of Australia. US President Joe Biden is at 9th position, followed by UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak among 22 world leaders. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman chaired a pre-budget meeting with the finance ministers of all states and union territories today for taking their inputs and suggestions for the upcoming budget for 2023-24. Union Minister of State for Finance Pankaj Chaudhary and Bhagwat Karad also attended the meeting. The Supreme Court on Friday stayed the Calcutta High Court orders directing CBI investigation into filing an application by the West Bengal Central School Service Commission in a case related to the teachers' recruitment scam. A bench comprising Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud and Justice Hema Kohli also stayed the part of the order by which the single-judge bench of the High Court had summoned West Bengal Principal Secretary Manish Jain before it on Friday. The CBI filed its first charge sheet against 7 accused in the Delhi excise policy scam case. Those named include 2 arrested businessmen, the head of a news channel, a Hyderabad-based liquor businessman, a Delhi-based liquor distributor, and 2 officials of the excise department. The agency has kept the probe open, according to officials. And time now for a very short break in the bulletin. Lots more coming up on the other side. Do stay tuned.
मेलों और उत्सवों की रौनक लौट आई है। अंतर्राष्ट्रीय व्यापार मेला जो कि दिल्ली में लगता है, वो इसी बात का उदाहरण है।
फिर से वही रौनक और सब स्टेट वाले आए हुए हैं, मतलब देख के अच्छा लग रहा है।
ये एक बहुत अच्छा फीलिंग है। आई थिंक सो इट्स वेरी गुड फॉर योर पर्सनल एनर्जी, फॉर योर mental energy and what not. You just add everything possible. You become a healthy man, come here, walking around, moving around.
Welcome back. Let's take a look now at all the latest from the Russia-Ukraine crisis. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said that power, water and communication systems were gradually being restored to the country after being devastated by repeated Russian strikes. Thursday marked 9 months to the day since Moscow launched what it calls its special military operation in Ukraine. Zelensky said that Russia has not been able to find a way to break them in 9 months and will also not find one. Moscow acknowledges attacking basic infrastructure, saying that it aims to reduce Ukraine's ability to fight. At least 5 people were killed as a barrage of missiles struck Kherson on Thursday in a marked escalation of attacks on the city recently recaptured by Ukraine. Scores of others were injured in strikes that hit residential and commercial buildings. Some buildings were on fire, blowing ashes into the air and littering the streets with shattered glass. Doctors carried out a heart surgery on a child in a Kiev hospital without electricity after a Russian missile attack on Ukrainian infrastructure knocked out power. The doctors operated with their headlamps on as the electricity went off while the operation was underway. Local media reported that the baby survived the surgery. Ukrainian President Zelensky said that Ukraine was a front line defending Europe in his video address to an international symposium titled The Idea of Europe, held in Lithuania. He added that while Russia still had enough military power to cause difficulties for his country, it would not manage to dent European unity. Meanwhile, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said that European Union would continue to stand by Ukraine because Ukrainians are fighting for hope for a better future, a European future, she said. Britain's Foreign Secretary James Cleverly is in Kiev for an unannounced visit less than a week after the country's Prime Minister travelled to the Ukrainian capital. He met with Ukrainian President Zelensky and the country's Foreign Minister today. Cleverly promised a further £3 million in funds to help with the rebuilding of infrastructure destroyed since the start of the war and support survivors of sexual assault. Cleverly also said that the UK will send 24 ambulances to Ukraine as well as 11 emergency vehicles. And time now for some more news from some other parts of the globe. The Nepali Congress is set to emerge as the single largest party, with the ruling party-led alliance bagging 64 seats out of the 118 for which results were declared. A party or a coalition needs 138 seats to win a clear majority in the 275-member House of Representatives. Let's find out more in this report.
Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deboa's Nepali Congress-led ruling coalition was on Friday heading towards winning a clear majority in Nepal's parliamentary elections, with the alliance bagging 64 seats out of the 118 declared seats. In the 275-member House of Representatives, 165 will be elected through direct voting, while the remaining 110 will be elected through a proportional electoral system. A party or a coalition needs 138 seats to win a clear majority. The Nepali Congress was set to emerge as the single largest party after winning 39 seats alone under the direct voting system. Its alliance partners, CPN Maoist Centre and CPN Unified Socialist, have won 12 and 10 seats. The Loktantrik Samajwadi and Rashtriya Jan Morcha have bagged 2 and 1 seat respectively. They all are part of the ruling alliance. The opposition alliance, led by former Premier KP Sharma Oli, led CPN UML, has bagged 35 seats. The CPN UML has won 29 seats. Its partners, the Rashtriya Prajatantra Party and the Janta Samajwadi Party, have won 4 and 2 seats respectively. Elections to the House of Representatives and 7 provincial assemblies were held on Sunday. The counting of votes started on Monday. Bureau Report, Sansad TV.
Now, India will decide on an extradition request by Australia for a man arrested for the murder of an Australian woman, a special prosecutor said on Friday. Rajiv Singh is accused of killing 24-year-old Cordingley in 2018. He was arrested in New Delhi on Friday. Cordingley's body was found on a beach after she failed to return home from walking her dog, according to Australia's detectives. Let's take a look at this report.
The prime suspect in the murder of a woman on an Australian beach 4 years ago was arrested in New Delhi's outskirts 3 weeks after he was targeted with a $1 million Australian dollar reward. Rajvinder Singh, aged 38, flew from Sydney to India the day after 24-year-old Australian Toya Cordingley's body was found on Queensland State Coast on 22nd October 2018. Attorney General Mark Dreyfus said Singh has been arrested on Friday following Australia's extradition request to India. Australia has applied for Singh's extradition for murder in March last year, but he could not be found. On 3rd November, the Queensland's government offered the largest reward on the state history for information about Singh.
The largest reward in Queensland's history is being offered to track down the suspected killer of Cairns woman Toya Cordingley.
Police believe the wanted man is hiding in India, but with help, they say there are now 1 million reasons to turn him in.
The reward was unique in that it did not seek a clue that solves a crime and leads to the successful prosecution. Instead, the money is offered for the information that leads only to suspect's location and arrest. Indian police arrested Singh on the same day they received information about his whereabouts, Australian Federal Police said in a statement. New Delhi police said in a statement the arrest was made based on intelligence shared by the France-based international policing organisation Interpol, as well as the Australian police. Singh was arrested at 6 a.m. on New Delhi's outskirts on a highway to his home state of Punjab, Indian police said. He appeared in a New Delhi court on Friday. Bureau Report, Sansad TV.
And time for a quick look at the most interesting developments in the world of sports. New Zealand cruised to a comfortable 7-wicket win over India in the first ODI, overtaking India's 306 for 7 with 17 balls to spare. India go down 1-3 to Uzbekistan in the semi-final of the World Team Chess Championships. In the other semi-final, China beat Spain. Brazil start the World Cup campaign with a 2-0 win over Serbia in Group G. Brazil's comfortable win over Serbia in their opening World Cup match had the shine taken off it slightly by an injury to star striker Neymar. Cristiano Ronaldo created history as he became the first male player to score in 5 World Cups as Portugal opened its campaign with a 3-2 win over Ghana. Last-minute goals earned Iran a 2-0 victory against Wales in a Group B match played today. Host nation Qatar suffers second successive defeat in FIFA World Cup. Senegal beat Qatar 3-1 in a Group A encounter. And Netherlands and Ecuador will clash against one another in a match later tonight. And with that, it's a wrap of the bulletin this evening. Do stay tuned to Sansad TV for more news and updates round the clock. Thank you for being here. See you tomorrow. Good night.